And get up, and if you're just joining us, the breaking news this morning, Adam Schefter reporting the Browns are making a quarterback change. They will start the rookie Dillon Gabriel this Sunday in London against Minnesota. I asked Peter Schrager a question moments ago. Who is going to be the backup? And you've gotten the answer.
Yeah, Schefter's got it as well. Flacco will be the backup, but Shedeur will be number 3. So your depth chart is Dillon Gabriel 1, Joe Flacco 2, fellow rookie Shedeur Sanders will be the number 3 man.
That's the important. That's what felt like the important part, or feels like, for those who are interested in whether Shedeur ever gets on the field or not. The backup is literally one play away at any point from getting into the game. Okay, we'll have much more in this as we go, and Peter's headed over to do First Take. Awesome this morning. We'll see you at 10 o'clock Eastern. In the meantime, I want to show everybody some numbers, because for people who don't speak gambling, Las Vegas and our friends at ESPN Bet Sportsbook, they know more about sports than anyone. And the numbers they put out there are speaking to you. And if you look at the AFC North, what they're telling you is the Ravens are still going to win that division. The Ravens at 1-3 with an injured Lamar Jackson remain odds-on favorites to win that division. Jeff Saturday, they're saying that to you. What do you say back to them?
Bet the Steelers. Bet it, book it. Whatever it
Boost it, baby.
Boost it. No, I think the Steelers, what you're seeing from the Steelers, they're getting better as it's progressing. You're seeing more injuries mount up for the Ravens. I don't see how they're seeing this 1-3 team make this massive recovery and end up winning this division.
Kmart, I should have started with you because you've got the Ravens this weekend. What sense do we have of Lamar Jackson with that hamstring? When will we know if he's playing?
We'll have more information today. So here you got the Texans, the game I'm covering. Then they have the Rams, so they're facing 2 very good defenses. Then they have their bye, and then they get the Bears and Dolphins.
Yes, there's a space between those 2 games, as you see. They're all at home. But I think that sets up an interesting way. Nick, go.
No, I was just surprised at the percentages. Do those calculate in that Lamar Jackson may not be playing? Because I think that changes everything. Assuming that they are better than 50-50 chance to win any of these games without their star quarterback is really hard for me to imagine. So I understand that they have 2 games back-to-back and then a bye week. 2 home games, then a bye week. And potentially they could rest Lamar for both of those games and maybe hopefully split them and then get him all the way through the bye week. That's almost a month of rest. That could be one way to approach it, or they could feel like their backs against the wall because they're 1-3.
That's what I wanted to bring up is you want to be as cautious as you are able to be with your franchise, right? Lamar gets seriously hurt and you're Cincinnati now. Your season's basically over. But you could get buried. You sit in for these 2 games and now you're 1-3, Jeff, they're still in it.
But they are trending the right way. And why is that? Because the defense, as you saw this past weekend, they decided to say, hey, you know what? You're not running the football against us. And everything started to go with that.
Well, Lewis just used your favorite word. He said people are starting to believe. Do you believe it?
I believe it. Let me say this about the Steelers, because he made a great point. They're finding the rhythm of their team, and you trust Mike Tomlin, right? You trust what he's going to do with the organization. When you look at the Ravens right now, what do you hold on to? You hold on to Lamar Jackson. They're about to go play the Texans, who will flat out get after you and chase your quarterback. The last thing you want to happen is that guy to have to be moving and using his leg. If he could stay stationary and you could play, hey, we can protect him, but that is not what the Ravens have shown.
They're not protecting him well at all lately.
Kmart's got that game for us this weekend. She'll be all over it all day long. Lamar Jackson's practice status today looms as one of the most interesting stories in the NFL on a day where we have seen a quarterback change. All of that said, I don't want to overpromise.
They're going to turn to Dillon Gabriel, and they have Brian Flores and the Minnesota Vikings on deck.
So, there's so many different ways to look at that. Like, I touched on that very briefly. We got this breaking news about a half hour ago. You know, I remember when the Giants were deciding to go to Jackson Dart, there were some people saying, do you really want to play him against this Chargers defense? And Rex made the point, because people will say that. Brian Flores starting a rookie against him, that's hard. Rex made the point, every team is good. Every team's got good players. There's never a perfect time. If you're making the move, you make it for the best of your team. You don't make it based upon who you're facing that with.
Not every team is as creative as Brian Flores is. So that's the pushback. So every team he plays against is going to be good. Everyone's in the NFL. They're all super talented. Fair. But some people line up and do what they do, and then they're the Vikings, who were at the snap of the ball, you have no idea what they're going to do. And that's tough for a rookie quarterback, no matter how much experience Dillon Gabriel has. And he does have a lot of experience for a rookie quarterback in college. It's going to be a tough game.
He's got mobility. He's mature. He's played big-time football. Give him a shot.
And all those reasons that you just listed, Lou, is why Kevin Stefanski wanted this kid in the 3rd round.
Yep.
I give a lot of respect to them for making this decision right now. I believe they need to see both these rookies play, I would think, by the end of the year, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur. But that's a long time. I believe he's making this move because he thinks they have a chance. That defense is so good. If they just get any spark from their offense. So I respect the fact that this is the risky move. This is not the safe move.
Right.
I mean, actually, I kind of disagree with you. Like, this is the obvious move. Like, you have to do something at this point. If you're looking at, I think it was probably Lou that said this in an earlier hour, the reason why you would have Joe Flacco, a pocket passer in a league that kind of doesn't have pocket passes anymore, an older guy, is he's not going to make the mistake that kills us. If Joe Flacco's going to throw 3 interceptions, we might as well have a rookie who's also athletic.
Yes, let me explain what I meant by that. Yes, you're correct. What I mean is Jackson Dart is going to be the starting quarterback of the Giants at some point. You're going to make the move. Dillon Gabriel was not drafted that way. Dillon Gabriel is a 3rd-round pick who was not viewed as a franchise quarterback by most people. This is a move you're making because you think it's going to help you win right now.
Exactly.
It's not just Kevin.
Right.
Like, this is ownership has said we want to see these young kids at some point. So this is not just Kevin Stefanski one day has said, you know what, I need to turn this over. This organizationally, I think they've watched this offense sort of falter, and they have a very good defense. The offense has to pick it up.
Yeah, there are no throwaway seasons in the NFL.
No.
As much as people say, hey, you know what, we're already playing for 26, we got all these. No, there are no they have a new stadium coming online, too, in Cleveland.
Right.
They need to keep this fan base energized as well.
I will back Greeny here. Their defense is the best in the business. And so you can win a lot of games in that division, especially with that defense. So just give them adequate quarterback play.
Sure.
And maybe Dillon Gabriel takes this thing and it goes lights out. I mean, the Jackson Dart effect could play here, right? Where the quarterback doesn't necessarily have to carry the team, but the energy around the team lights up and these guys play better all around.
And so, as we told you right before the top of the previous hour, but if you're just joining us, Joe Flacco will be number 2 this weekend, which means that Shedeur Sanders remains at number 3. Maybe I'm just so draft focused because you and I do the draft. I see things. So to me, Shedeur Sanders remains a very interesting part of this story. What, Lewis, does this mean? This change here, Gabriel gets the first shot. Shedeur is not the backup.
Yeah.
What does this mean for him?
I think, look, he needs to make sure that he's just drilling down on his preparation.
It's probably hoping that they don't have the guy in the building and let him walk out again. So I think that they want to find out, to your point, they have a lot of high draft capital next year. They could combine their picks and get the first overall pick and pick whoever they want. They do not. They want to find out by the end of this season. Part of the reason why I think this is happening early is because at some point, if Gabriel doesn't make it work, at some point, they're going to get to Shedeur.
And what we've already seen as far as the draft prospects for 26 at quarterback this year.
Some of them are.
They're all over the place.
Right.
Don't think that you just know that you can get a guy next year and he's just going to step right in. Right. It's all over the place, man.
They have 2 quarterbacks in the building that they drafted this season. What can I do, Coach? What can I do to get myself to that position where I have an opportunity to either push Dillon Gabriel or at least be the backup in case something?
I'm not asking my question well. Let me reframe it.
I'll answer it.
Shedeur Sanders, Shefty reported that Shedeur Sanders didn't want to go to Baltimore because he thought that's a place I'll never get a chance to play.
Right.
He goes to Cleveland. We all say, here's a place he's going to get a chance to play. They're making a quarterback change at the beginning of October, and it's not him. What does that mean?
Well, look, by virtue of draft order, you already knew that when it changed.
What they thought.
You already knew when a change came, it was going to be Dillon first.
I actually think it's more positive for him than negative. The negative part, it already came out when he was the 3rd one. Now they're moving on to Dillon Gabriel this early. I think that suggests that at some point in the season, you are going to get a shot.
You hope that that's what it tells you. Because, look, it would be very easy for them, unless Joe Flacco said, hey, look, if you make me a 3rd quarterback, I'm out of here. I'm just going to retire. It would be very easy for them to make him the number 2 right now. It would be. Are there questions? Do they have any concerns about his preparation? Look, he just needs to drill down. That's what we're talking about. Just make sure you're doing everything possible so if something happens to Dillon, you go in there.
I am telling you that they have spoken about how Kevin Stefanski has made it clear right now how he views this quarterback situation. So as much as you want to say Shedeur needs to ask them, what should I do? Kevin Stefanski is going to go with the quarterback who he thinks can run his offense well. I think he's going to give Dillon Gabriel a long and I don't want to use that word, but a long shelf life, runway. There we go.
A good chance.
And it's on, and I think it depends on if Dillon Gabriel falters, the conversation around it at some point will be about.
I want to push back on this one thing though, is saying that because Flacco's the number 2, that says something negative about Shedeur. I think you put the person at number 2 who you think is capable of stepping in on a moment's notice. Like I think you have the veteran quarterback for a reason. I think if you ever want to put Shedeur in the game, you want to give him a week of practice. You want to get him ready for the game. You don't want to have it a mid-game injury. Mid-game injury, Joe, go out there, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP. Go figure it out. It's a little different.
But the only thing is, though, Nick, like if you are the number 2 quarterback, they'll give you some reps. You will be kind of given more attention than the number 3 guy. Number 3 guy ain't doing anything. You're running scout team. You don't even know what the game plan is unless you look at it on your own.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So. There's a lot going on here. I just hope he gets a shot at some point in time. But look,
here's the bottom. Let me just say
Final
this.
word.
Kimberly's
Bottom
face
line
says
on
it
this.
all.
Dillon Gabriel, this is his opportunity. Don't let it go.
Yeah.
Don't let it go. Don't give Shedeur,
and run.
don't give nobody
No
else any
question.
other opportunity, bro. You grab that thing and don't let go till you retire.
I think he plays
That's the
well.
bottom freaking line.
You see a gap,
well.
run it.
You better take that
Use
thing,
your
bro, because
legs.
You only get one of these.
I think
it's
he'll play
for
well.
real.